Update. Well, you know, during our heat waves that we've been having, your utility bill can skyrocket. You've probably noticed the ones landing in the mail now. If you're struggling to pay your high utility bill, we want to let you know there is help available. The LIHEAP program opens applications today. Now, this is a summer substitute subsidy to help offset the summer cooling costs. Gabriel Gonzalez and photojournalist Emma Gefter have the details on how you sign up.
Now, this is one of the 7 buildings around the city where residents can go to get that assistance. You do need a small list of documents to get approved, but as I learned today, all of those little steps are worth it.
Well, my daughter had called me stating that the lights were off, so I called, basically asked could I get a disconnect to walk in, and I was able to, and they was able to sit there and help me get my lights cut back on that day. It was
that day they helped you?
Yes, that day. And that helped me keep my groceries in my refrigerator, my stuff in my deep freezer, my hot water going to where I was able to still function and keep my stuff going.
Tatiana Williams is not just an employee for LIHEAP, she benefits from the program. As a single mother, she's used the program for the past 4 years.
It's extremely helpful when you can't sit there and pay certain amounts and you're trying to sit there and scrimmage up a little bit and they'll pick up the little bit of slack.
After they call, they can come into one of our 7 sites to get help, just bringing in all their documentation and see about how they can get some assistance.
Brandon O'Neill, LIHEAP supervisor, tells me there is a clear need for help in the community. You just need the appropriate documents: a social security card for each member of the household, proof of family income, and your current electric bill. Back at the center, workers see hundreds of residents per day.
We are literally impacting people's lives and helping them stay cool during the summer months, right? And it's a phenomenal feeling.
In Louisville, Gabriel Gonzalez, WHAS11, on your side.
And the program is going to run through September 13th, but the funds could run out before then. You should schedule an appointment right now if you need that money. To find out how, check out this article. You can also go to our website at WHAS11.com. Now we want to bring you the very latest information we have. The investigation into the attempted assassination on the former President Donald Trump. New details about the suspected shooter right here tonight. According to an FBI and Homeland Security bulletin sent to law enforcement nationwide, on the day of the Trump rally, which was Saturday, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks purchased 50 rounds of ammunition from a gun shop in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. FBI investigators say while they've conducted hundreds of interviews and scoured his social media and cell phone, a motive remains unclear.
And so what prevented this from becoming an even greater crisis was not the skill of the Secret Service, it was luck. And we cannot depend on luck when it comes to the protection of presidential candidates.
We need answers as to how that security breach happened, where the breakdown in preparation was, where the breakdown in communication was.
Today, 2 congressmen, Democrat Richie Torres and Republican Mike Lawler, announced plans to introduce a bill to enhance Secret Service protection for the top 3 presidential candidates. The director of the Secret Service is scheduled to testify before the House Oversight Committee on Monday. And right here you see this. She told ABC News in this exclusive interview last night she takes total responsibility and that the security at the Trump rally was unacceptable. And here in Louisville, Bellarmine University has placed an employee on leave for a social media post making light of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. A university spokesperson says instructor John James was placed on immediate unpaid leave for a, quote, offensive and unacceptable social media post. A statement from Bellarmine says, quote, words and actions that condone violence are unacceptable and contrary to our values, which call for respecting the intrinsic value and dignity of every individual. More local news here at 5. A man has been arrested several months after police say he was found with over 29 pounds of marijuana right at Louisville's Muhammad Ali International Airport. According to court documents, Nicholas Ashlock was charged Monday with trafficking in over 5 pounds of marijuana. According to police, it happened last September. A police dog alerted authorities to a bag coming in from Los Angeles. The airline sticker on the bag said it belonged to Ashlock. Authorities then approached him and another man at the baggage claim and asked if either of them were named Ashlock, to which he said no and walked away. It's unclear why 10 months have passed since the incident and the arrest. Ashlock was arraigned Tuesday and pleaded not guilty. His bond is set at $10,000. Happening today, a woman was hit and killed by a train moving through the Clifton neighborhood this morning. It happened at Stall Avenue and Arlington Avenue on the CSX railroad tracks. The train conductor told police they sounded the horn to get her attention when they saw the woman walking on the tracks and attempted to stop the train before she was hit. LMPD's homicide unit is investigating what happened. And here at 5, the original Krispy Kreme on Bardstown Road, which closed due to arson last May, is facing partial demolition now. According to a document filed with Louisville Metro, Larson Design Group requested a building permit for exploratory demo work. An exploratory demolition is the process of exposing or removing parts of the building to determine what needs to be repaired or replaced. It's unclear when work on the building may begin. On May 21st, you may remember, Louisville Fire Department responded to a fire at the Krispy Kreme donut store on Bardstown Road. Michael Moore has been charged with arson and wanton endangerment for allegedly throwing a plastic bottle right onto the donut shop's rooftop and starting the fire. Here tonight, we are learning more now about the new Metro Department of Transportation, a new department hoping to speed up road construction in Louisville. It's a first ever department again for the city, as Mayor Craig Greenberg shared today. It's addressing a backlog of millions of dollars in projects. Our Ian Hardwitt reports on how the department plans on making big improvements.
With Metro Council's approval, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg established the city's first Department of Transportation.
So that when we have funds available from the city, from the state, from the federal government, we get these projects done and we don't talk about them for over a decade like we have time and time again.
Public Works received $500,000 from the city budget, creating the local DOT. The new department will have 11 positions for managing transportation projects. It's the city's solution to a $100 million backlog of already funded road plans. For example, this road redesign in New Louisville, stretching down East Market Street, took 14 years before work even began, before the neighborhood was even called New Louisville. It's a timeline the mayor says is far too long. If the project finished sooner, fewer businesses would be stalled by the construction given the area's recent growth. Five Iron Golf is slated for the next construction phase as road work moves to its block.
We do have an air hockey game, we got a football game.
General Manager Faisal Turk said construction is inconvenient, but ultimately a benefit for the community. If Louisville's DOT can speed progress up, he's for it.
100%. If you have an efficient transportation department that's on top of the game and ahead of the planning, and of course, somebody that's going to follow up every day so there's no play around.
Director Jennifer Commissar-Kern took over Public Works, knowing she would face building a team making road work happen faster, cheaper, and with more city oversight.
The idea is that we would have a dedicated project manager, and that would be their job. It is only projects. They are not getting sidelined with 15 other responsibilities.
For Public Works, juggling responsibilities is common. Currently, it handles everything from trash pickup to filling potholes. In Louisville, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS11, on your side.
And federally funded projects like Broadway All the Way can take years to complete. That is scheduled to finish in 7 years. Dedicated project managers will be responsible now for shortening that time. Well, the Metro Down Payment Assistance Program just got a boost thanks to Delta Dental. The company is pledging $1 million over 4 years to this special fund. Now families who are in the Healthy Start program can help pay for the down payment on their own home. Delta Dental hopes this serves as a blueprint so that other companies will join in.
We believe in the transformation, the generational transformation that comes from owning your own home, and the sense of pride and ownership that comes from that journey. And we know that this can't solve every problem and for all families, but it's going to help some.
The Healthy Start program is for new parents in neighborhoods like Newburgh, Valley Station, and PRP. It also gives Black women access to prenatal care, transportation, and more. Now those parents have access to this fund. We have an update here at 5. Over the past 2 months, jurors have been hearing testimony in the federal corruption trial of Senator Bob Menendez, and now there's a verdict of guilty. The federal indictment accused the senator from New Jersey of taking bribes in the form of cash, gold bars, and a luxury convertible in exchange for using the power of his office to do favors for 3 New Jersey businessmen and advancing the interests of Egypt and Qatar. The jury finding Senator Bob Menendez guilty on all 16 charges in the federal corruption case against him.
Senator Menendez allegedly provided sensitive, non-public U.S. government information to Egyptian officials and otherwise took steps to secretly aid the government of Egypt.
2 of the co-defendants were convicted of all counts they faced. Menendez is the first American to be convicted of being a public official who acted as an agent of a foreign government, namely Egypt. He is scheduled to be sentenced on October 29th, and he faces the possibility of decades in prison.